In the last episode, in honor of our first special guest, LPS Hannah, we asked you guys to send us photos of your favorite pink LPS. And you guys did not disappoint. They're so pretty in pink, we think even Destiny would be jealous. Just please don't tell her that. Thanks so much for your submissions, and stay tuned for the next photo prompt at the end of this episode. And I'm done.
Hey Cupcakes, it's Puppy Lover 863 here.
Hey guys, I'm LPSAce.
Hey guys, it's Eliza. Put your paws up, fellow Littlest Pet Shop lovers and bobbly buddies. Welcome to another episode of the Littlest Podcast for the biggest LPS fans. As usual, I'm one of your hosts, Daisy from Puppy Lover 863.
I'm Eliza, otherwise known as Eliza LPS.
And I'm Ace, also known as LPSAce.
Today we want to shine a spotlight on one of our fellow co-hosts here, LPSAce, who has come out with her own passion project outside of this podcast, which is none other than the book version of the beloved LPS series, Experiment 42, now reborn into something completely new, but just as thrilling, that the fans have been longing for years. Experiment 42, Outcasts of Orovoron.
Woo!
Yeah, let's go!
Thank you. Thank you for the intro, Daisy. I feel so hyped up.
As you should. This is a huge accomplishment.
Well, good. We want you to be hyped. We want everyone, the audience, to be hyped.
Yes, everyone. Audience, if you are not hyped up, I will track you down.
Okay.
I will make sure you are hyped up for this.
I'm actually hoping to get them to be interested in a more positive way. Let's not resort to threats just yet.
Okay, fine.
Maybe at the end, though.
No threats just yet, but
like just in case, if you still don't like it, then we're gonna come for you.
I will come for you. So.
We'll save threats for the end. Yes.
We riot. So in light of your book's release date, we wanted to take a moment to kind of shed a spotlight on your brand new project, kind of ask you some questions for those who may not be familiar with Experiment 42, both the original and the new book that is coming out. And just get to know a bit more about what you've been spending the last, one of the questions is how long you've been working this for, so we're about to find out. By the way, quick disclaimer, as we're asking these questions, neither me nor Eliza have read the book. As of the recording of this episode, this book has not released yet.
Psst, this was recorded like a while ago. It's out right now.
So we haven't read the story. We don't know anything about it or the lore, just anything about this story. So take what we say with a grain of salt. And this is probably generally going to be spoiler free. So yes. Ace knows all the secrets. She knows everything. She is our oracle of Experiment 42. So
I would hope so.
You're welcome to just veto any questions that you think are spoiler material, or you can just drop a, well, you have to wait and see. Disclaimer, keep that in mind. We haven't read the books. It hasn't released yet, so maybe we'll do a follow-up in the future. Who knows? But yeah, let's just dive right into it.
Let's go.
Eliza, do you want to ask the first question?
Sure. So for anyone who maybe hasn't seen the first episode of the podcast, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself? Give us a quick recap of who you are and what Experiment 42 is?
Absolutely. So, I'm Ace. The end. No, just kidding. Sorry.
And that's it.
That's all you need to know.
Go buy the book.
That's all you need. No, so I started my YouTube channel a good while ago. I think it was 2012. And after a while, I made the series Experiment 42, which was about a group of friends traveling dimensions. And it really popped off, and it was a lot of fun. And I made 2 seasons and a little bit extra. I poured everything I had into that series. It was my everything. Like any money I made off of the videos went straight back into production. It was like truly like my passion to tell this story. And Kappa hit. A lot of LPSTubers stopped making videos. A lot of videos were getting hidden, and subscribers weren't seeing them anymore, and the comments shut down. So eventually I sadly stopped. But I really, really, really missed it. The whole everything, like the characters, the community, writing, the series itself, the story. So at some point, I came back to the community and I saw how many people were still remembered me, and it just made me go like, maybe this story isn't dead actually. Like maybe I can like bring it back or something. I considered it like videos were like really tough because like we're dealing with all the algorithms, and there's a lot of things that I wanted to do but never could, just because, you know, I'm not a professional movie production studio. So I was like, is there maybe a way that I can bring Experiment 42 back in a way where I can actually do it exactly as I want it without the restrictions of it being LPS videos? And I was like, I'll turn it into a novel, like full scale, like YA fantasy book series. And so I started doing that, I think 2 years ago-ish. And it made me feel like myself again.
Aww.
Yeah, it's brought me so much joy, and I'm feeling happier than I have ever before. It exists. The first book is in existence.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. Like, I've dreamt of making a book for years. 2016 or something like that. I think I said, I'm gonna write a book, you guys. And I got super excited over it and started telling people, and then it ended up never really happening. So then recently, when I decided that I really wanted to return, I was like, I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna do this, like, do a lot of research on, like, how to write a good story, how to write a good book. And I was like, I'm ready to make this thing good. And then I made it.
Your Experiment 42 series, that's required reading or required watching, I guess, for any like new LPSTuber or anyone, you know, in the community that wants to get into watching LPS series. You poured a lot of love and energy and time, and I mean, it just shows through your series. And you should really be proud of the series, and I think that's why I think so many people are so excited for the book as well. And your characters have become so beloved in the community. I think a lot of people see parts of themselves in your characters. And so it'll be really interesting to kind of delve a little bit more into who they are with the book. And, you know, there are some changes as well that we'll get into.
Definitely. Adding on to what Eliza was saying about, like, you can just tell how much people were invested in the story. Like, hey, you weren't nominated and won some awards for your series for nothing. People loved your stories, myself included. And you said so yourself, like, if you love what you're doing and you enjoy it, then so will everyone else. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. I feel like those could parlay into follow-up questions. I don't want to answer them for you, so I'm going to retract. Hold back the excitement there.
I'm really glad you guys are so excited. I thank you.
Of course.
I'm excited too.
Of course.
So tell us a little bit more about what is the genre of the book and what age groups is it written for?
Yeah, so it is a young adult, a fantasy adventure style book for all ages, like maybe over 12, I think is the best category. It's a young adult fantasy, which means there's no spice in it, so it's appropriate for kids. And I have received feedback from my proofreaders that it's also very fun for adults as well. So really any age can read the book just fine and hopefully enjoy themselves a lot.
Hey, just goes to show you that these stories, like family-friendly stories, they're not just for kids. I'm looking at you, Kappa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do know that lately I see a lot of recommendations for romantasy novels, and it's very popular on the market right now. But personally, considering that this is inspired by a kids show, there is no part of me that really wanted to make this a romantasy whatsoever. So this is quite like the original, a story of 5 main characters, and it's focused around found family and adventure.
People from LPS2 Pass know about the synopsis of your original series, but could you give us a brief spoiler-free synopsis of what the book will be about?
Yes. The story focuses on Lenny, who is a brilliant young man, but he has a problem, and that is that he doesn't know who he is. He has no memories of his past, or where he came from, or who his family is, or where they are. But he's haunted by these dreams of a place that doesn't seem real. So he makes Experiment 42 to find out more about this place and himself and his past in the hopes of discovering what his mind is hiding. And that's how he ends up in another dimension.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is where he'll find a lot of stuff. Problems and answers and more problems. Also monsters. And also maybe some friends. A lot of adventure for sure is what he'll find.
And how many pages of adventures or chapters of these adventures can we expect in this first book?
So the first book, I'm pretty sure, is around 380 pages. It's A5, so it's sometimes hard to tell when actually structuring it and preparing it for printing how long exactly it's going to be. But it's around 112,000 words, if that helps at all.
112. Oh my goodness.
And it's divided into 42 chapters because it was funny.
You just gotta do it.
Because
if you know, you know.
I just had to do it to him. Yeah. So this celebratory 42 chapters for the first novel. I can't promise that the other ones will also be 42 chapters, but I think originally it was 38. And we were like, we gotta make it 42. We gotta do some splicing here or there, and we gotta
make it happen.
We have to. Yeah.
So, people who have seen the LPS series, they might be wondering, how is the book similar or different? Or did they need to watch the LPS series in order to understand what's going on in the book? Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I mean, no, I don't mind. That always gets me confused. What do I say? Do I say no?
No, I'm not going to talk about that. Next question.
I don't mind talking about that, actually. Let me talk about that right now. Anyway, yeah, I've received that question. Yes, you don't need to watch the series in order to understand the book. There is nothing in the book that requires, prior familiarity with the series. So the grand storyline will be different. There was gonna be several more seasons that would get into the storyline that I'm getting into in the book. I know that some people have asked, so is the season 2 finale gonna be an arc in one of the books? And I'm like, no, the season 2 finale is just not gonna occur in the way that it did in the series. There's not gonna be those same conflicts or that same story beat. I'm gonna do new things, but there may be some things that are inspired by the series that come back in the books, but they will come back in new ways. There will be elements from several episodes put into one book. But that book, the main plot will be new. Even if there's characters or Easter eggs or elements from different episodes, you won't be able to predict the plot of that story. For example, I know that proofreaders that hadn't watched the series, they were able to just read it completely fine. And then proofreaders that had watched the series were like, okay, I know there's 5 main characters, so when the heck is this last one gonna come in? And they were like, I'm gonna keep reading until I meet them.
I feel like now, once the book comes out, your series is going to get a surge of new watchers, or even just people going back to watch it, when they watched it when it first came out. So be prepared for that.
Yeah. I am mentally prepared, but also not, because the first season, it was I was so young.
It's so good, though.
I feel embarrassed.
It is.
Thank you. I pride myself in season 2 a lot, but season 1, I'm I was definitely a kid. But
it's definitely ASMR worthy, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe season 2 is when you did the audio recordings, separate audio tracks, because you don't hear it as often. Whereas the first season, you were using the camera's audio, so you could hear the tippy tappies of the LPS, the crunches of the grass scenery. Guys, if you want a immersive ASMR experience from the LPS series, go watch season 1 of Experiment 42 and just appreciate those golden days where the crunches and the tippy taps just tickled the parts of our brain we didn't realize were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sound of an LPS tapping on a table definitely is nostalgic in a good way.
So it's interesting to know how the story deviates from the original plot of Experiment 42, but also contains some similarities. let's dive into the characters next. Let's explore a little bit more about the characters. We know the main five from the original series. We have Kate, Noah, Lydia, Lenny, and Perry. Those are the main five. And Mr. Bubblegum, of course. Can't leave out Mr. Bubblegum, the underrated
Cannot
character.
forget Mr. Bubblegum.
In Mr. Bubblegum, we trust.
I have a funny story, actually, about Bubbles. I asked at some point, like, my mom, like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna fit Bubbles into the book. And she told me, daughter, if you don't put Bubbles into the book, I will disown you.
Oh my god.
It was a joke, but so obviously I put Bubbles in the book. And it's really funny too, because I saw like the comments from proofreaders, and one of them had another one of them had seen the series. So when the creature was described, there was all caps like Bubbles and like the goat is here, like stuff like that.
And you
So
all
it's
can
really
thank
funny.
Ace's mom for this.
Yes, you can thank my mom. She made sure that I didn't leave him behind.
Thank you for confirming to the audience Mr. Bubblegum being canon in the reboot. Besides Mr. Bubblegum, what other characters can we expect to meet in the first book?
So yes, there's obviously gonna be the main five. They are here. Some of their names have changed just because some of their lore has changed, and so the names might not have fit anymore. However, I have also been asked about like Nina and Jenna and Tetrati. And those are absolutely canon. They're just not here yet because, this is basically an adaptation of a couple episodes, but mostly the first one. And there will be more books. It's going to be a whole book series, and we'll get into more adventures and meet more people, including some of the characters that we already know, and also including a lot of new ones. There's some new stuff to discover here as well. But the main five are still here. They're canon. They just might be a little bit different than we know them, just a tiny bit.
For anyone who hasn't seen the original series, we talked a little bit about Lenny already. Did you want to talk a little bit about the other characters as well? Like, their series versions. And then if there's no spoilers, getting into the book versions of the main fives as well.
Sure. Okay, so in the series, this is going to sound a little bit negative, but Lenny and his friends, they are all a little bit addicted to traveling dimensions. Lenny calls them out on it a lot, like, hey guys, this is actually not safe and we should not be doing this. And they're all like, yeah, okay, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Nobody ever listens.
Nobody ever listens to me. Yeah, so I did change their personalities a little bit here and there because, like I mentioned earlier, we start off with Lenny alone. So he doesn't actually know any of them yet. Like, in the series, for example, Lenny and Perry are related. That's no longer the case. Everyone except Lenny comes from Orovoron. And as we might have guessed, this book is called Outcasts of Orovoron. Which basically means that Lenny is going to find himself a little found family of outcasts and misfits.
Aww. And speaking of outcasts, because that's a term often used to describe people who were often called, weird or just don't fit in, people who identify in marginalized groups. This is a common question we've heard in the comment section of your posts. Do any of the characters identify among those groups? Like, are they neurodivergent, have disabilities, are LGBTQ and or POC, people of color? Did you incorporate any of those into the book characters by any chance?
Yes, so there's actually a lot of that baked into the characters that might not be explicitly mentioned, but it's like just part of their identity. Basically, the whole theme of these guys is that they all, they don't belong. There's something about them that makes them not fit into society or not fit into the society that exists there, that has specific, requirements or ideas of how people should be. Yeah, the whole part about, not quite fitting into society or being just slightly different, or being just slightly weird, or being just slightly not healthy, or anything like that. it's all very incorporated into what makes them the Outcasts of Orovoron.
That's great to hear. And I think for a lot of folks, just anyone in general, these are things that I think a lot of people are really going to resonate with. Even though they may not identify with every single character, the feeling of not fitting in, for one, it's definitely universal. And this is also speaking from someone that's, I'm getting a bit into my psychology analysis here, because humans, I assume the characters are somewhat human in this show, right? Or in the series?
Mostly human, yeah. I think just looking at them, you can tell there's some stuff not quite human about them, but mostly, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that was accounted for. So assuming that they are have that human element in them, humans are social animals, and part of being human, part of our survival is being part of a community. But when that we are rejected by said society and that community, survival of the fittest would expect that we, would struggle more. We would have a hard time, and it can just make us feel alone and isolated. It just, makes us feel out of place. But all it takes is finding the right people, the right community. So the fact that this book, you mentioned that it's about the outcasts, I assume they're going to meet up at some point. It's all about outcasts and not fitting in. People could resonate and connect with it, and it means a lot. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there.
Yeah, no worries. I definitely tweaked their personalities a bit to make sure that I see them representing different kinds of just experiences and people in the series. Personally, I saw some characters kind of melting together personality-wise. I saw Noah and Perry just kind of both be the clowns of the group. And I saw Kate and Lydia kind of both be the girls that are a little bit shy, but actually also come out of their shells to protect their friends. So I felt like they were too similar to each other. So in the book, I worked to make them all have this unique backstory, circumstances, personality, outlook on life, and I have actually really long lists of how every character should be written, what their traumas are, and how they walk, how they fight, how they approach things, to make sure that these are all they all feel like different people, even if they came from the same mind, if that makes sense. Because I really wanted everyone to have a favorite character and not just one to be the best, I really wanted everyone to be able to see, that's the one, that's me, I resonate with this one.
That's awesome, and I can't wait to meet them.
I'm so excited for you to
really
meet them.
Curious to know, which one will I resonate with? I feel like it's going to be Perry.
Me too.
But...
Which character are we? Foreshadowing.
Yes.
We'll get to that at the end of the episode.
We'll get to that, yes.
So, going back to the story and the characters, what is the narrative point of view? So we know that Lenny is our main character, but is this book written in the first person, second person, third person?
It's a third person perspective, but sometimes relating to mysterious and experimental circumstances, the perspective might shift.
Ooh, interesting.
And me saying experimental is a hint. But just very subtle.
It's in the name, Experiment 42.
But
speaking of experiment, will just out of curiosity, will we get an idea, either in this book or in future books, what the previous 41 experiments do, or future experiments? In this LPS series, there were talks of 96.7, which was in the distant future. Do you think we'll get ideas of the other experiments at some point?
Yes, that's actually a very fun question, considering that this book so happens to feature 8 experiments in total.
Ooh!
8?
So,
Fun.
Experiment 42 is obviously the main one, but there's some others at play as well. And as we know from the series, Lenny's experiments don't really work right. One can assume that whatever purpose they're supposed to have, they probably do something completely different. And whether that is good or bad is, you'll have to see.
I'm munching on my yogurt bites like popcorn right now. I'm invested.
It's actually really funny because I originally anytime I wrote them, I just wrote experiment and then their number, or just E and the number. And I immediately got the feedback of like, this is confusing as heck. I keep losing track of which one is which. Like, you need to name them. So I gave them all silly names. Like, I can't really spoil what they do, but basically their names are just what they do. It's kind of like Dr. Doofenshmirtz calling everything an inator. I have a similar
Behold
theme
the
for the experiments.
shrinkinator! I don't know. That was terrible.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we will get to see some other little inators in the book, all with their unique little quirks and personalities.
So Ace, could you tell us a little bit about the characters in the book? Maybe give us a spoiler-free rundown of all of their personalities and or motivations in this first book?
Yes, I can. But first, let me press a little button and summon them here.
Whoa!
There they are, little
It
guys.
still works?
After all
yeah.
these years.
Yeah, no, Lenny takes care of that thing.
Speaking of, who is in front of us right now and clearly was not edited in post?
They truly just appeared here. Wow. Yeah, so this is the gang. They are a little bit different from the series. For one, they are obviously not animals. Yeah, there's Noka, Kara, Lydia, Perry, and Lenny. In that order.
They're so cute.
Just little babies.
Aren't they?
You did mention that they're not animals, but I am noticing this first one, closest to me, has
I was
bird
about
wings.
to say.
It's not very like 100% human either, that one, yeah. So Noka is noticeably a little different. He
Also known as Noah, right?
in the series he was Noah. I changed some of the names in the book because a lot of the names, well, some of them were very common and they wouldn't really make sense within the context of a different dimension. So Noah was one of the characters that got his name changed into Noka. He still has the protective qualities that Noah had. He is a warrior, he's a weapon, but he's been through a lot and it's shaped him into quite a different character than the Noah that we saw in the series.
There have been a couple of times where Noah in the LPS series had a costume change in season 2. I think once or twice, maybe even 3 times, he had bird wings. Was that somehow an source of inspiration for Noka's current design?
Yeah, definitely. They all had some transformations that they got several times that tied into their new characters. So Noah turned into a swan on several occasions. And while he's not a swan in the book, he's a bit more like a falcon. And while Kate was like, she got butterfly wings a lot, she still has butterfly vibes in the book. And same thing for Lydia. She was a siren on multiple occasions. She got like mermaid features. And yeah, if you look closely, she's got a little bit of an accessory that's shaped like a fishtail.
And meanwhile, Perry's over here looking like Hatsune Miku.
Perry? Okay, so fun fact. So we know from the series that Perry's obsessed with unicorns. It's not on the design, but it is still baked into her character a little bit. But if I were to like make a super detailed drawing and include some like badges or brooches or maybe the patterns on her buttons, and there might be some unicorn shapes there.
So let's go back to Noka for a second. You mentioned that he is sort of a protector. What does that mean? Or what would you say like the main aspects of his personality are?
He's a pretty gruff guy. He doesn't really like to talk emotions. He doesn't really like to talk at all. He'd rather just have actions speak over words. He wasn't born half a bird, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, he was shaped into something, by something. And that changed him not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. I will say he is one of my absolute favorites, and writing him and just like thinking of him was such a joy. And Genuinely, I think that he's going to be a lot of people's favorites when Noah may not have been. I think Noka is such a big step up. He's so much cooler. And I think you guys are going to absolutely love this dude.
We're looking forward to reading it.
Noah in the series, how would you describe like his character versus Noka? Because I think we all kind of know Noah in the series
Himbo.
is sort of a himbo. Yeah.
He is a himbo, yeah.
In a good way.
Yes. In the series, he is the boyfriend. Yeah, no, there is not really like a love story in the sense that he and Kate got together in the series. They were just together from the start, and
Little high school sweethearts.
yeah. And Noah's role in the series was to kind of just be the silly blonde pretty boy. So while he was fun, I thought that the silly role was much better suited for Perry. So I decided to turn Anoka into something a little bit more edgy.
And speaking of wings, I am noticing a familiar motif, a little winged motif, on top of the head of a character. Is that Kate, perchance?
Perchance. So that would be Kara. Like I mentioned, Kate in the series got butterfly features quite a lot. Whenever they went to another dimension or transformed, every now and then she would have these butterfly wings. And if you look closely, she still does. She is healing personified. She's a character that's very nurturing and very caring and very gentle. Lenny thinks about how talking to Kara just feels so calming and assuring, and it just feels like you're being hugged. Man, writing this series, the characters blended in a little bit together. Like, they kind of overlapped with each other a bit. So for the books, I wanted to separate them a little bit more and exaggerate their characters a little bit more. So Kara became even shyer, even softer, even more like caring and wise. Especially in an adventure story, it's definitely good to have someone that's like, hey guys, we should patch up that head wound actually. Or hey guys, we need to sleep.
Like, she has that like motherly aspect to her that was
Yes.
kind of also prominent part. Also, I noticed out of all of the 5 characters, she's the only one that's sitting down. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. So one of my favorite tropes, mostly because I also have some problems. For a long time, I have had joint issues. So I was, for most of my life, unable to run or jump. And I always loved fantasy stories and all that. But, you know, whenever I watched this, I would be like, man, if I was in this, like, I wouldn't be able to join Frodo on this adventure because I can't walk that long. What would a disabled character in fantasy setting, like, how could that be done without them just literally being a dead weight, you know? Because I haven't seen it all that much before. It exists, of course, but, you know, it's not very prominent. And one of my favorite tropes is healing characters that themselves are ill. I find them super interesting and selfless and just really deep. So those two things kind of combined into Kara, where she's a source of healing and power and magic, but that healing and power and magic doesn't apply to her, only the world around her. So that leaves her unable to walk. And I thought that would be a really interesting thing to kind of just explore. She's too selfless, and all these characters kind of support each other in ways that, you know, they really need. Like Noka, he wouldn't be good at making friends. He doesn't really do the whole smiling thing. And then there's, you know, Perry, who's like, hey, I still like you anyway. Like, you know, like I know you're a little grumpy bird, but you're still part of us. And then there's Kara, who's just like so just completely forgetting about her own health and safety in order to help her friends. And then there's her friends and like Lenny and Noka that are like, hey, stop this. We got to take care of you too.
Stop. Get some help.
Yeah, stop it.
We are the help. We help. To write her was very sweet and also healing as well.
So next to her, I notice another chibi that she's got very interesting hair, sort of jagged. Can we assume that might be Lydia?
Yes. So first thing that people who saw her design probably noticed was, where's the blonde? Why is her hair blue? So her hair is blue and a bit jagged. That's because well, I wouldn't want to spoil too much, but she swims a lot and she's not able to have a whole lot of self-care products around her at all times. So, she's a little bit wild, a little bit chaotic. It's not really visible on the chibi because it's oversimplified, but she's also a collector of many things. So her outfit is a combination of many different styles and pieces. And that kind of chaos also appears in her hair a little bit. She's a little messy.
What are some similarities and differences between Lydia book version and Lydia LPS version?
Yeah, so Lydia I found really interesting, and she was really easy to write, because in the series, season 2 basically has a pretty big focus on Lydia and her kind of descent into insecurity and corruption, right? Mm-hmm. That was a version of Lydia I liked a lot. It was the complicated one, the one that has a lot of self-doubt and a lot of insecurities and a lot of healing that needed to be done. And I thought, I'm gonna take that Lydia and I'm gonna put her in the book. Gonna do a little bit less of season 1 Lydia and a little bit more of season 2 Lydia. So the Lydia we meet here is a little bit more of a tragic character. She's a little bit less eager to take the spotlight and a little bit more worried about what people might think of her if she does. She really wants to belong, but she doesn't, and she can't. That's a big source of insecurity for her. She has a hard time liking her reflection, because she wasn't born with blue hair either. A lot of these characters, they changed over time, and Lydia's the only one in the gang who hates what she turned into. And that's where the other characters might come in to tell her, hey, you're beautiful. Stop it. Get some help.
They're like, hey, don't be blue. And she's like, too late for that.
I am blue, though.
Literally.
She still has elements from the series. She's still brave. She's very brave. She is still a strong, powerful woman, but she's also insecure. She can be both. And she can also be...
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah, she can also be the tank of the party while also valuing, looking pretty. She enjoys doing Kara's hair. She could beat Noka in a arm wrestling contest because he's got bird bones. So he's actually not that strong.
The shade.
He is fast, though. He's got that going for him. He's definitely... If there was a fight, then it's Noka and Lydia that you gotta count on, because they bring the speed and the strength together. They got it covered.
You said that she could beat Noka in an arm wrestling match, but she also, it seems like she tends to value beauty at the same time.
Yes, so Lydia, despite not looking like it, is definitely the strongest in the group. She's the tank. She hits like a truck. She, at certain points, physically just picks Lenny up and just runs and carries him because she's just, she is a very capable woman. But yeah, she's still also very feminine. She likes being pretty. She likes looking pretty. She loves shiny little trinkets. She likes collecting them, putting them all over her outfit. And she's a very fun balance between, I could take on an army. Like, I have the strength of 1,000 men. And also, hey guys, how do I look in this dress?
I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in media where, especially in modern media, I think a lot of people tend to forget that strong women don't have to be tomboys or manly. I've seen a lot of strong women that kind of reject femininity because they feel like feminine equals not strong. But I really wanted Lydia to be both and to show like this is a badass woman who is also pretty and feminine and likes being pretty and feminine.
Could we take a quick tangent to another question we had about the ships and relationships that were in the original series? Will they exist in the book?
Oh, yeah, good question. So, in the series, we always had Kate and Noah who were canon from the start, which I decided not to do this time around because I really wanted to just dive into the characters and their backstories. And I was like, if they're going to be together, I want to see them get together, you know? Like, I want to explore, like, how that happened and all that. So, Noka and Kara are not a pre-established couple. They are, however, very close. And we get to see that closeness. We get to see, like what brought them together and why they have a strong bond. And I wouldn't even necessarily call it romantic at this point in time either. I think they just have a very close connection due to what they've been through. I know that kind of the whole series was a painful slow burn between Lenny and Lydia, who never even kissed. I saw some comments about that, like, are they finally gonna kiss in the book? Because it doesn't even happen in the series.
Actually, wait. Oracle moment here. Actually, Lenny does get a kiss on the cheek from Lydia and Perry simulaneously when they get out of the Seven Sins
that did
dimension.
happen at some point.
Like, they're like, I could kiss you right
Spicy.
now. Oh, what the heck? And he gets love bombed and faints. Insert the clip right now.
Lenny! Oh, my dog, I'm so glad to see you. I could kiss you. Me too. Oh, what the heck?
But yeah, no. They haven't like kissed on the lips. They never had a romantic kiss. You're right about that one.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Their slow burn will be as slow a slow burn in the book. They got some sort of connection, but I could not label this book as a romance. It would be false advertising because the slow burn is that slow. I absolutely welcome anyone to ship anything, to be honest, because like none of them are related, so it's all fair game. I, as a person, am also a shipper type of person. I like seeing characters and then going, ooh, I wonder how they would be together. And then just imagining that rather than like demanding it to be canon. So I do invite anyone who thinks like, wait, this character actually should be shipped with this one to just like embrace that. Like, sure, make fan art, like make fanfic, whatever. I want to read it though. I want to see.
And then right next to Lydia, we have the only one among the five that's smiling her little heart out. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about Perry next. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how she compares from the book version versus the LPS version.
Yes, so that's Perry. There's no doubt about it. She literally still has the same hair color. She's pink. Perry was actually quite difficult to write in the book because I knew she had to be fun and she had to be quirky and silly. But how fun and quirky and silly? The whole story, I think, for all of these guys is that they're misfits. She's an outcast because of her personality. She has a hard time focusing. She has a hard time doing the tasks that she has to do. So she often puts on a mask and escapes, and she gets to be herself when she wears that mask because nobody can tell who she is. And then finally she can be free, and she can make people smile all she wants, and she can take people dancing on the streets and set off confetti cannons and whatnot. So she actually has a little bit of a reputation for being a smiley menace, but an anonymous one. She loves like all things magical and fantastical. That's where like the unicorn part comes in as well. She loves fairy tales and she loves stories of people leaving their home worlds and waking up in a fantasy story. You know, that type of stuff is just Perry's dream, and she's always wanted to be the main character in a fantasy book. Sadly, she is not the main character in this one, but since basically these 5 are the main characters, she still gets to play the role that she's wanted. She really cares about keeping the vibes up, keeping everyone happy, making friends. She doesn't want anybody to dislike her. And the smile really only drops when she doesn't think she's being watched.
All right, and last but certainly not least, we have another familiar face, which I can only assume is Lenny. The yellow jacket is kind of telling.
I had to give him a yellow jacket to kind of reference his yellow collar from the series. So his hair looks a little funky, and that's because he's known for his experiments, and one of them went wrong, and they went kaboom, and they fried his hair a little bit. So that's why his hair looks like that. It's not a style choice. It was a style misfortune. As we know from the series, Lenny is an inventor, but he has only made 41 experiments. So some of them worked, kind of, and a lot of them didn't. All the experiments that he made, they don't work right. Either they do something completely different that they're not supposed to, or they just have a mind of their own and they don't listen to him whatsoever. Like, there's an off switch, but it doesn't go off. He's just like, okay, well, I don't know. I guess that thing's alive now. Okay, cool. Good for you. So his apartment's filled with all these little wackadoodles, little experiments. I sometimes like to, I think someone asked, can you describe the plot like really poorly so that no one will understand? And I think I said, local man loses his 8 children on vacation, or like his 8 misbehaving children on vacation. So
breaking news extra, read all about it, local. Yeah, that sounds like it would be on a news headline.
Yes, so his experiments don't really listen to him all that well. So when it comes time to make Experiment 42, for reasons that you'll find out in the book, it's, of course, not gonna go as planned. He ends up in Orovoron. Oopsie daisies. In the world where he is, where he starts, he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't remember his past. All he remembers is that he's been in his apartment since he was 12, and there was a strange person by the name of Alice who left him a note that's like, I'll be back, be good. And she never came back. He doesn't know what Alice looks like. He doesn't remember her face. So when he starts getting these weird dreams about this other world, he's like, well, that's suspicious. He, in his own way, is also an outcast. He focuses on his experiments all the time. His neighbor is like, dude, what are you doing? I'm throwing a party. Join. And he's like, no, that's not my place. People just think I'm weird. And the neighbor's like, yeah, okay, dude. Can you fix my microwave? And he, in his own way, is quirky as well. He's constantly working on his experiments. His apartment's a mess because he leaves mugs everywhere because he forgets where he leaves them. He doesn't eat for like the whole day because he's working on an experiment. He hyper-focuses and forgets to eat and drink and shower and whatnot.
Sounds like me when I'm editing the podcast.
Yeah, sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yep, I can relate.
We've all been there.
He is definitely a little bit obsessive. Yeah, he makes one of the 5 outcasts in this new world that Experiment 42 takes him to. Maybe he'll he can find some people that are just as weird and wacky as he is, and they won't judge him for it.
I do have a question sort of going off script, so if this is too spoilery, we can cut it out. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to
Spoilers!
Never mind.
No, ask away.
I wanted to ask, how old is Lenny? Because you said he's living in an apartment. Is he like high school age or in his 20s?
So Lenny is decently sure that he's 17. He can't be completely sure because he has no birth documents. He doesn't actually know for sure. He has a good idea that he's around 17 years old. They are all around that age, sort of, except for one.
Ooh, except one. Who could that be?
Who could it be?
That's Lenny's story, but when it comes to his personality, he's actually really sweet. He's really anxious and insecure, like he hates talking to strangers. He doesn't really do social activities a whole lot. He's kind of better on his own most of the time, but he finds that kind of goes away when the people aren't so judgy, and they may also be wacky and weird. Suddenly all that anxiety just kind of disappears. He's the problem solver of the group. I mentioned that Kara was like the caretaker, like this kind of nursing person. Lenny's definitely the one. He is the tape that holds them together. He's the one that's like, hey, we should go rescue that person. When he has his own goal and someone else's problem pops up, he completely forgets his goal. He's all on that other problem. He's like, I gotta make sure that everyone around me, all of my friends, that they are okay, that they're safe, and I value them more than my own personal goals.
How similar is he to the LPS series version of Lenny?
LPS Lenny he's a little bland sometimes. He starts off, he's a little bit of a punching bag for some jokes here and there, and the characters don't really listen to him. They kind of ignore him when he says, like, hey, maybe we should not press this button that sends us to a strange dimension that might get us killed. They're just like, meh, don't be a buzzkill.
Okay, fine. Noah made like a bazillion cookies and we can't all eat them, so I figured maybe we could...
Don't say it.
Use Experiment 42 and give some to our friends in other dimensions?
I feel like we've had 2 seasons explaining why that would be a bad idea. Fine, let's go.
Yay!
Poor Lenny in the series is kind of looked over, and he has to learn to stand his ground and prove himself as like, hey guys, like, I'm the one who made 42. I want to set these boundaries. Like, I know the rules. In the book, he's definitely a bit more chaotic, but also in a kind way. His mind's all over the place. He's constantly thinking about things. He's constantly trying to learn and trying to decipher. Just always his head busy.
So obviously a big part of Experiment 42 is the dimensions. And in the series, we jump into a lot of different dimensions. It seems like every episode there's a new dimension that we visit. How many dimensions can we expect to visit in this first book?
This book focuses primarily on a dimension called Orovoron. And that is all I can say without spoiling.
Understandable.
I mean, I can talk a little bit about Orovoron if you guys want.
Oh, sure. Yeah, tell us about this dimension.
Orovoron is a place.
The end.
The end.
A place.
It's not quite your usual European fantasy type style, you know, with like the I think when I say like European fantasy, there's a very specific image that comes to mind. Orovoron is a little bit different. It's kind of like the 1850 era meets a non-traditional fantasy. There's no creatures you expect. Everything's way weirder than you expect. So it's not quite your average, like, oh, there's a dragon, oh, there's a unicorn, oh, there's a fairy, oh, there's a mermaid. There's creatures inspired by fantasy that are just like a little bit different or a lot different. Yeah, strange place. And it's very teal for some reason.
Ah, just like the cover.
Yeah, the book cover is teal because in Orovoron, plants generally don't grow green. They grow blue. Little things like that make Orovoron a strange place.
So shifting gears from the characters and the story and the dimensions, why don't we break the fourth wall a little bit and talk about the writing process? How do you get into the mind of your characters, and what's your writing process? What's the day in the life of writing the book?
So the characters are made way before I actually start writing, because I need to know how they talk, how they would do things, how they would, react to things, just kind of how they function. So I have these playlists for every character, filled with songs that are either used to, inspire or just like directly just put me into the right mindset for writing them. And some of these playlists are longer than others. Some characters just have a lot of songs that they fit with. And then some characters just have like a couple of songs that represent them perfectly, and they have a really short playlist, but that's them. The writing itself, I need inspiration, I need the right vibe, I need the right idea. For example, a lot of people say like, oh, if you write a book, you just gotta write, 1,000 words a day. And I tried it. And what I noticed is that when I forced myself to write, when I didn't have any inspiration or ideas, I would lay awake at night thinking, no, that sucked. I gotta erase all of that, or I gotta change this and I gotta change that. And then I spend the next day redoing it. And I decided to stop doing that. So my writing process is actually, I will listen to music, I'll watch films, I'll read books, I'll go outside for walks, I'll play games, anything that like gives me any sort of impression or any sort of vibes that could just be the key to me going, oh, I have an idea. And then once I have the idea, I can write for days. I like to say like characters write themselves sometimes because they just come to you. That might also just be me being used to filming and improvising a lot of it. Yeah, I need that inspiration. I know there was a bit where there was a really important part that I needed to write, and I just couldn't get it right. I kept thinking about it, and eventually I just took a break. And it took me 3 months.
Oh, gosh.
And then finally it came to me and I was like, I have it. And then, I finished the book in 3 days. Once I had that,
Oh my gosh.
it just made me so happy. I was smiling so big. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I'm so glad I didn't write something dumb. Like, I'm glad I didn't force I didn't force myself to write something else just because I had to write something. I'm glad I waited to have that inspiration strike me and then, actually write something that I like and that I'm proud of, and then I actually think, yes, this is what I want to write.
I love hearing about your writing process, especially like the playlists are such a great idea. Would you say that music was a huge inspiration? I assume a huge inspiration for the book and the characters. And
Like besides the original series.
Yes, even back in the day, music inspired a lot of the story beats and the characters, and it's definitely the first thing I go to when I need inspiration. I have spent many days during the writing process in the morning making tea, and then rather than eat breakfast, I will put in my earbuds and I play music and I just walk around the kitchen island for an hour, just in circles. Because for some reason, it just works better when you're moving. So sometimes I'll sit on the couch for hours trying to think of an idea, but I started swapping to walking, and then I just started like walking on the treadmill to get inspiration. And it worked.
gotta get the blood flowing, the brain juices flowing.
Yeah, I gotta activate the brain.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? It seems like ideas flow more best when we're not even trying or doing something that allows our brains to engage in divergent thinking, where we can think creatively, come up with multiple solutions, and then eventually go into convergent thinking, which narrows down the problem towards one solution, becoming more logical and structural. I mean, that falls in line with how most projects start and end. And by any chance, like, have you noticed that whenever you're like taking a shower, all the ideas start to rush like the water from the shower? Mm-hmm. It's like because you're stuck in this blank chamber, this blank space, and it allows your mind to relax and think creatively. Like, okay, so for this character, I think they should. It's always in the shower for some reason, or when you're falling asleep, when you're not even doing anything. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah. What I also notice is I like to sing a lot. And I sing in the shower.
Same.
And I sing in the car.
Same. Oh my god, same.
Yeah, it's a high five. So I obviously have a lot of songs that I associate with some characters. Some songs, like, really strongly. Like, I'll be like, oh, this song obviously describes something different, but it fits this character perfectly. So I will, like, sing those songs. And sometimes I'll sing those songs in their voices. I have sang songs in Perry's voice to get into her like mindset.
Ace, can you give us a demo, an example?
Oh my gosh.
Can you give us a demo of one of Perry's tracks, best hits?
I'll try and do my best because you guys don't even get like the music with it, so I gotta be extra good.
We can imagine it.
Just wonder when will my life begin?
Ooh, I just got chills.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So, to kind of round things off here, where can people find your book? Will it be what formats, digital or physical, will it be available? And in what countries? Just spill the tea. Where can people find your book?
Yeah, so the book is self-published, which means it took a lot more work to get it everywhere. A lot of people will like send their manuscript out and like, you know, get a publisher. But I didn't want to wait years to find someone who would take me. I wanted to like release it as soon as I could. It will most definitely, which is probably the easiest for most people, be available on Amazon worldwide. Hard copy, paperback, and digital as well. On top of that, hopefully should also be in stores. That's not entirely up to me. There's books going to Ingram's Park, and they do like distributing to stores and also to other online platforms. The book officially releases on June 9th, and it'll be available on Amazon worldwide.
Yes.
There's the Experiment 42, the book website, which we'll also put in the description.
Oh, and the Instagram.
The Instagram as well, yes. There's my Instagram, Ace the Best Official, and there's also Experiment 42, the book, on Instagram as well. There's Facebook as well, and TikTok as well. So there's a bunch of accounts on all updating on the book.
And you better follow them all.
All of them, yeah.
I'm going back to, if you're not hyped for this book, after this whole podcast, I will find you.
We'll find you.
We're at the portion of the podcast where I'm threatening. So there are all these places that fans can follow you on social media, the website, you know, listening to this podcast. But what are some of the best ways a fan of Experiment 42 can support you, other than purchasing the book, obviously?
Ooh, okay. So, I mean, reviews are always awesome. Just honest reviews on either Amazon or Book Reads or wherever you want. Aside from that, just like me personally, my heart really loves just any interaction with the community. Just any show of that you liked what I made. I love. Gosh, it just anytime, like, same with the series, like when I got fan art, that it just makes my whole day. And like I remember when I found the first Experiment 42 fanfiction, like my whole week was made. Actually, my whole year was made. I was like, I was so excited. Aww. So genuinely, like if you enjoyed the book, please like spread that like to the people around you. Like feel free to make your own fan work. Like fan fiction, fan art, or just like send me a DM, let me know if you liked it. Or genuinely don't be scared to send me a DM if you wanted to just say, hey, this was cool. Or like, hey, I like this character specifically, can we get more of that? Like, you know?
Guys, this is your cue to sound off in the comments section your support for the book and the questions that you had that we couldn't answer in this episode.
Yes,
or didn't have time to answer
yeah.
in this episode. Now's the time.
Yeah, we can definitely do a follow-up if you guys want, like when the context for the book is out, and we can answer questions regarding all that.
So yeah, speaking of questions, you know, sounding off your questions in the comment section, I do have one last question before we wrap up the interview, Ace. Is there anything you would like to say with the audience, like any final words for the episode? I'm going to hand you the mic. Now's your moment.
Ooh, oh boy.
The imaginary mic, so to speak.
It's such a pretty mic. Beautiful mic.
Yes. Love how you bedazzled it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, the colors look great, huh?
Yeah, it's my beautiful bedazzled mic. Gosh, yeah, no, I guess I'll just say thank you guys all so much for giving me the inspiration to bring this back. When I said I finally felt myself again, that was true. Like I'm the happiest in my entire life, and I really, 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 really hope that you guys like this book and that it makes you guys happy too, that you may find some nostalgia or maybe some inspiration or anything really, or that it might be an escape. Yeah, just thank you all so much for the support all these years, and I really hope you enjoyed the book. Thank you.
Ace, you're gonna make me well up. I just want to give you a hug right now.
I know.
I can't.
Here,
we
wait.
don't have the budget. We don't have the budget for a hugging animation.
I'm gonna. Oh, nope. I'm moving the whole set. Hang on. Let me grab our sprites.
The earth is shaking.
Was that an earthquake? Oh! Wait. Oh, that's so cute. Wait. I love that so much. Yeah.
Group hug. Yay. My limited animation experience.
That was cute.
There we go.
So guys, we're going to take a quick break from recording and then we'll dive into our next segment in just a moment. So stay tuned.
Experiment 42, Outcasts of Orovoron is available now. Dive into a world of fantasy, sci-fi, adventure, and found family. Available now worldwide via Amazon and other book retailers as a paperback, hardcover, and digital versions.
All right.
So should we do the quiz?
In the spirit of Experiment 42, the book, I have prepared a little game.
I totally didn't know this was happening.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
This is news to me.
This is news to me as well. Wow. Yes, so I, a while ago, I made a What Experiment 42 character are you quiz. And I've made a new one. I was thinking I will send you the link, and then I will read out the questions aloud so that the audience can play along.
Let's do it. If you want to take the quiz alongside us, you can click the link in the description and just do the quiz. Even if we're not live, you can just take it alongside us or take it on your own time. Whatever works for you.
So this one is, I believe, about 10 or 12 questions. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I already opened it.
I want to ask first, who do you guys hope you will be?
Ooh, good
Kate.
question.
Hands down.
Oh, she already knows. I would say, my favorite character is Perry, but I also don't think I will end up being Perry. I think I will end up as either Lydia or Lenny.
Interesting. All right. I will take it as well. I actually haven't taken it myself.
You haven't? Okay, so who are you hoping for then?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be Lenny. But aside from the main 5, there is a secret character included in this quiz. What? So to the audience,
Wonderful, get it.
some of you might get a very rare result.
Ooh.
This is fun.
Let us know in the comments which character you guys get.
Yeah, let us know. And let me know if it's accurate and if I need to fix the quiz. All right. Welcome. Let's start your story. You find yourself faced with a device you've never seen before. It has a big red button, and it almost seems to be luring you in to press it. What do you do? Where did this come from? I check for a name, label, or instruction manual. I don't press it. What good could possibly come from pressing a random button? I can smell karma waiting. I press it. It's in front of me for a reason. I'm probably meant to activate it. I press it, no hesitation. Buttons are meant to be pressed. And lastly, I take it to someone who might know what it is.
I already know what I'm going to choose. I'm going to say I take it to someone who might know what it is, because I'm very hesitant when it comes to things I don't know anything about.
I would say that too, but I'm pretty independent, so I like to try to figure things out for myself before I take it to someone. So if I check the name, label, or instruction manual and I can't figure it out, then I would take it to someone. So I'm going to go with the first one. Where did this come from?
I will also take it to someone who might know what it is. That's also my choice because I always doubt myself. And even if I literally find an instruction manual, I know I would probably misinterpret it. So I would take it to someone who might be smarter than me. Question 2. You wake up in a different world. The flora is strange, the fauna even stranger, and you're completely alone. What do you do? Search for water or food. Humans can only go so long without, and survival is top priority. I take pictures of everything, both for personal memories and to prove to the others that this isn't a fever dream after this is all over. Try to find people. I'll know what I'm dealing with when I find the locals. if they exist. Try to find people, but observe first. Do not interact until I know it's safe to do so. Try to find shelter. You never know what the night brings.
I'm going to be taking pictures of everything because I'm going to want to prove this to somebody. Also, I have had dreams before where I end up in sort of like this mystical world. And the first thing I always do is whip out my phone and start taking pictures. And I'm always sad when I wake up because I'm like, oh, I can't look at the pictures. So that's exactly what I would be doing.
Would you have a camera to take pictures with, though, if you were transported?
Sure, you get your stuff. You have your phone.
Oh, yeah, but good point.
How about you?
So I really had to go think through this like process of elimination. So I would hold off on searching food and water because, you never know. It could be poisonous. It could be contaminated. I mean, shelter would be like priority, but I want to know if there's a civilization, if there's locals that can help. But I would try to observe first. So I'm going to go with this option. Try to find people, but observe first. Don't interact until it's safe. What about you, Ace?
I don't know. I feel like I would probably find shelter first, just so I know that I'm not endlessly searching for people or food, and then when night comes, I'm just like completely lost and I can't see anything. I feel like I would want to kind of settle down in a safe, secure area first and gather my thoughts and bearings, and then be like, okay, tomorrow morning I go out and adventure or something, but I gotta gotta find a little point of safety first, I think.
Smart.
Gather my thoughts. All right, question 3. What do you try to eat in this place? Eating unrecognizable fruit is too risky. I'll fish or hunt. A spear is easy to make and works for both. Joke's on you. I never go anywhere without snacks in my coat pockets. I'm all set.
If that ain't me, I think I already know what my answer is.
I already know my answer.
Yeah. I try fruit that looks somewhat familiar. I only eat whatever I see other creatures or people eating. I'll wait and watch for a while if I have to, just to be safe. I'd probably starve and die unless someone found me and fed me, to be honest.
All right, well, I already know my answer. I never go anywhere without my snacks.
Yep, I'm the same way.
In grad school, I was the person who would bring snacks to class to make sure everyone had food because our classes were like 4 hours long. And it got to the point where I did it so much, people would unofficially dub me the mom of the group. So I'm always bringing the snacks. Aww. I have a first aid kit in my backpack. So yeah, that's my answer. Ace?
Ooh, I don't know.
What would be your first instinct?
I'm very bad with decisions.
I will say that I only eat whatever I see other creatures or people eating. That's also a good answer because if other creatures are eating it, then it can't be that bad.
Yeah, that's true. I think I might go for that one. Though, me starving and dying unless someone fed me is also pretty funny. But I feel like I would, at least try something before I starve. I could probably try fishing or hunting, but I'd be miserable at it, and I would give up halfway through. So I'll choose for, the watching whatever other people or animals eat and see, try that. Question number 4. What dimension would you want to go to? Some place with interesting people and culture? I love meeting people and learning new things. Hopefully, the food is good. Somewhere free of people entirely. Let me be free of society's rules and structures and just be. Somewhere exactly the same as Earth, so I can just start over and not have to adjust. Somewhere beautiful where the people are kind. The place of my dreams. If there are infinite dimensions and there has to be a world out there, that is my exact fantasy. Why stop at one? I'll just leave whenever I get bored of it and move on to the next. No need to visit home in between. The farther away, the better. Another one. Why stop at one? I'll just leave whenever I get bored of it and move on to the next. I can visit home in between when I get homesick and take breaks from traveling when it becomes too much. I have no preference so long as my friends are there with me.
This is a tough one.
I travel wherever my friends and family are, to be honest. I just want to be with my friends. I need companions by my side. At the same time, I'm torn between where people are kind. Just I want to be surrounded by good people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with I have no preference. That's literally how I travel IRL.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the second. Why stop at one? Because I can visit home in between when I get homesick, which is, that's sort of how I travel too. Like traveling to new places, and when it gets stale, just head back home where your friends are and your family, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Nice. I'm once again still thinking about it. I'm thinking somewhere beautiful where the people are kind. Question 5. What do you do when faced with a giant man-eating monster? Fight. If it's clever, it'll never leave us alone. We have to end this before it can hurt us. Try to trick it and hope it doesn't come back. I can outsmart this thing and nobody has to get hurt. Run, you fools. Reference. Hide. It'll get bored and go away eventually. Can I roll to befriend the monster? Can I roll to seduce the monster?
Oh my gosh.
Assert dominance and scare it off.
I feel like I would be the one to run.
I mean, my first instinct would be to run too, but I kind of want to pick, like, can I roll to befriend the monster? It's implying that we're in an RPG simulation and we have a choice and we have multiple tries and, like, a good amount of health before, if the answer is no, I can't befriend the monster, then I'll run. So, yeah.
Maybe
yeah, assuming we're in D&D
maybe
mode.
Befriend the monster. It might be friendly.
Don't judge a book by its cover. It could just be tick that I went into its territory and be like, I'm sorry, I'll just leave.
Exactly.
Maybe it can communicate. You don't know for sure. You have to do it. Roll. I want to roll for an investigation check.
Yeah, no, it's you like, for real, you want me to give you a scenario?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are in its territory and it's defending its family.
Oh, then I would try to be like, here's a peace offering. I'll bring you some food. I'll come to a mutual understanding. Yeah, I would try to befriend it in this scenario for assuming we're in RPG style.
I would still run, you fools.
Yeah, that's definitely also a valid option. So I have, as I have established earlier, I have really bad knees and I cannot run for very long or very fast. So I will probably try to trick it and hope it doesn't come back.
Fair enough.
All right. Question number 6. Which creature would you befriend if you had to choose? A small, round, funny-looking creature that resembles Mr. Bubblegum. He's cute and easy to carry around. The unicorn-looking thing. Close enough. Welcome back, My Little Pony. I will ride you into the sunset. I prefer something tough that can take care of itself. Like, can I tame one of those man-eating monsters?
My thoughts exactly!
Something practical and cool, but still cuddly and manageable, like a wolf or fox-like thing. I wouldn't want to take a creature out of its dimension when we leave. It'll probably be sad to be the only one of its kind there. I don't have the time to take care of pets. It could get lost or hurt, and then I would have to find a vet in a different dimension that won't know what to do with it. I'll happily stay solo. Finally, all of the above?
Yes. All of the above. So if you ask me, Mr. Bubblegum, the unicorn thing, or the man-eating monster, yes. All of them.
All of them. I think my honest answer would be I don't have time to take care of pets. As somebody who is not currently a pet owner, also finding a vet in a different dimension would be pretty difficult for me. So
Fair enough.
I'm going to stay solo, especially if I, in the last question I answered that I, will sort of jump dimensions here and there whenever I feel like it. I would hate to put a pet through something so jarring like that. So
Yeah, valid.
I was just gonna say, Eliza, I love how you and I went in like polar opposite directions this time. It'll be interesting to see what characters we get.
Yeah, I personally would go for something practical and cool, but still cuddly and manageable, like a wolf or fox-like thing. Mostly because I'm in a different dimension, I'm lost, and having a creature to alert me if I'm in danger or to find food for me, and also be soft and cuddly sounds just like a lifesaver, and also be very comforting to not be alone.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, just being able to it didn't say you had to make him their pet. It just said to, which one would you befriend. Yeah, sure. So you could technically just build alliances with all of them. And if the time came where you had to like fight the big bad boss, or like you needed protection, you needed comfort, I could summon all of them. Just be like, we'd help each other out. It'd be a mutual thing. You'd have a whole army. That sounds wrong to say, but just, I'm an animal lover. I had a dog, I had a cat, I had a bird, I had fish. Call back to the first episode about all the pets I've had and loved.
You had all of the above.
All right, question 7. If you found out you had superpowers, but nobody else in this dimension does, what would you do? Use them. It would be a waste not to. With great power comes great responsibility and all that. Hide them unless absolutely necessary. I don't want to be seen as some abomination or taken to a laboratory. Study them and find the best way to use them. A power is only as good as its wielder. Get a secret identity and then go bananas. I will put on a mask and become an absolute icon. I will be celebrated. I will be your hero. Just incognito. Use them, but only in private, and never to harm. Only to help. I don't want to be a target for villains or greedy people. Use them whenever I deem convenient or necessary. Don't expect me to fight your battles while I'm enjoying my morning coffee, though. If I'm feared or hunted for helping people, then that is the burden I will bear for knowing that I did good.
The question is, what kind of superpowers? I feel like it would depend. Like, if you had like a laser eye vision that could destroy and you couldn't control it, then I would be burning. But if it's something cool like flight or communication with animals, then yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things complicated.
No, it sounds like you would lean towards like study them and find the best way to use them.
You know what? You are absolutely... I will take that.
I, on the other hand, I think I would use them whenever I deem it convenient or necessary. I think the coffee thing I really resonated with.
Yeah, let's see. I would probably be really concerned with like my identity. If I'm the only one with powers, like people are gonna wanna either like dissect me or buy me or hire me or something. So I would probably feel bad not using them. So I do want to use them, but I'll do it incognito. So I'm gonna get a secret identity and then go bananas.
I mean, hey, we've already done that here in LPS too.
Yeah,
double life.
Yeah. All right. Question 8. There's gonna be a massive party all throughout the city. Are you celebrating? Only if my friends will be there. I've been known to emerge from my den when there's a particularly fun event going on. I'll be there. Will there be shops? Snacks? I'm buying something cool/pretty. Bold of you to assume I'm not the host. I am the party. No thanks. Too noisy and busy for me. I'm perfectly happy not getting into all of that chaos. I'll join for a little bit, but not all day. Maybe a quick visit. A couple hours of partying, followed by a quiet evening and a hot bath sounds like a perfect day. Sure, I like people watching. There's always something going on at those events. How deep into the night can we go? Is there an after party? An after party? If you don't have to peel me off the floor in the morning, then was it really a party?
I feel like me, personally, I'm definitely one of those people, like, even though I'm not the host, I'm not the life of the party, I still like to hang around and, dance and have fun, and I'm definitely one of those people that's like, how deep into the night can we go? Like, there's definitely a certain point of the night where I'm like, all right, I'm tired, time to go to bed, but I'm there for the long run. I'm there for the ride.
Nice. So you're going for the last one?
Yeah.
Party starts at 7 and goes till your legs can't dance no more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brooke Hayes,
if there's a
2012.
dance party, I'm there.
Or 2011.
All right. Daisy?
It depends. I mean, it did say massive party all throughout the city. The city I live in is pretty large. The closest to a massive city party I've been to was this marathon on Thanksgiving Day, which was pretty big. I'm introverted, but I'm also like I'm an ambivert. Like, I love, being social, being around people, but my energy can tank after a certain period of time. I'm torn between I'll join a little bit, but not all day, and only if my friends will be there. Because if my friends are there, they are the life of the party, if anything. They're people I'm familiar with. They're like a great support system. But then there are some places I don't like to go to with my friends. Some of them like to go to haunted houses, and I do not. So, but if it's a party, just a party, I'll go. Only if my friends will be there. I need them as support. Ace?
I'm picking, I'll join for a little bit, but not all day. I don't want to just, like, leave my friends out, like, have them go to the party without me. I do want to join them a little bit, but I can't handle the whole day of partying. Like, I got a couple hours in me max, and then I gotta go home and relax. All right. We're getting a little bit less theoretical here and a little bit more serious, because the book does get into some insecurities here and there. So the next couple questions get a little personal and might be a little triggering for some people. So please skip to the timing that's going to be on the screen right now if you want to skip those questions and get to the last question before the result. Take care of yourself. So, question 9. Which of these do you fear the most? My loved ones dying. Dying alone. Becoming someone child me would hate. Accidentally getting someone killed or hurt would haunt me for life. I don't know if I could live with myself. Dying just in general. Dying and leaving my loved ones behind. My loved ones abandoning me for someone else. Failing to help someone when they need me most. Or being hated for being myself.
Do we want to answer these anonymously, since they are pretty deep?
If you guys want, yeah, you can answer them anonymously. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll spare you the details.
Yes.
We'll spare you the details.
Because all of these are our fears, but if we're picking the one that we fear the most...
It gets specific, yeah.
Okay, I answered mine.
Okay, I answered mine as well.
All right. What's your biggest flaw? I'm too sensitive. I'm forgetful. I don't think before I speak. I don't think positively of very many people. Some would say I'm a hater. I'm too much sometimes, too loud or annoying or intense. Sometimes people tell me to cool it and it makes me feel horrible. I'm selfish. I'm too selfless. I let other people take advantage of me. I'm bad at empathy. I don't think I have flaws, actually. I can't do the things that are needed of me. I feel useless or like a burden a lot. I get jealous easily. I can never have enough, and I have a hard time letting go of stuff I don't need anymore. I get distracted or forget about important things that end up affecting others. I'm too fearful. I get so anxious I get in my own way a lot. I'm antisocial.
All right, we'll answer these anonymously.
All right. Little bit more positive note. What do you pride yourself in most? Kindness. I don't even kill bugs. Creativity. I'm talented at my craft. Loyalty. I'm dependable and not a backstabber. Efficiency. I'm great at what I do. Inspiring people / making them happy. I'm strong. I'm reliable and not a pushover. I'm smart and empathetic.
I feel like the third to last, I feel like the inspiring people and then the empathetic one, I feel like those two kind of go hand in hand. I don't know which one to pick. Mm-hmm. Because I do that a lot. Because I feel like the inspiring people, making them happy, I feel like that's something I really strive to do. And especially like in this community, I really want, and in real life, I really want to do those things. At the same time, you know, I also want to show empathy. I feel like those things are really just so similar. It's hard to...
Yeah, Daisy, I feel like you are a mixture of the two. I would say...
I'm going to go with inspiring people first. Oh, sorry?
You're good. That's what I was going to say. Like, inspiring people is a big thing for you and making them happy. I mean, that's a big thing that you do for the community, for sure.
I mean, I try my best. Eliza, I feel like you guys know yourselves. I'm curious about, like, what we think of each other. Like, just I want us to compliment each other. Like, Eliza, I think, and you don't have to make this your answer, I think you're both smart and empathetic as well as, like, very efficient. Like, you're just outstanding. I think both of you are just very, like, amazing at what you do. And super kind. You're all of these things. What am I talking about? I can't do this. I can't pick just one.
I know,
you're
it's
all
really
of these
difficult.
Things.
It's hard to choose for yourself, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm having trouble between, like... creativity, because I would say that I am pretty creative, but I think efficiency is a big one for me too, especially with the podcast and editing and making reels. I would say pretty recently I've been feeling pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're just on a roll. Once you start, you don't stop.
Thank you.
So reliable.
So I'll go with that.
Yeah, like Mira and K-pop Demon Hunters, you make the most moves. Doesn't need to be choreographic moves, but you make a lot of moves with these projects.
Thank you.
You're the glue that keeps us together. Or no, the graham crackers. We were talking about earlier, like how out of the s'mores, you were the graham cracker.
I'm the s'more and you're the chocolate.
Yes, Ace is the marshmallow. Daisy's the chocolate.
I'm the chocolate.
They said that I'm the graham cracker, holding it all together.
Crunchy, gooey, and sweet.
Ace, I would say for you, and I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like you would go with creativity for sure. You're probably one of the most creative people I've known. Like, even when we're not recording on the podcast and you're talking about Experiment 42 and everything that you're working on, I'm just like, wow. Like, I am always amazed at how dedicated you are to your craft.
Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking that, like, I usually think very negatively of myself, but then I do know that, like, a lot of people tell me that, like, I'm very creative, and yeah, I think that one is probably my strong suit.
And this whole quiz would not exist without your creativity, so that's awesome.
Yes, you made this quiz. You built a universe. You literally created this dimension, all of these dimensions.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
have been watched by hundreds of thousands of people, and now, with your book coming out, more people will get to see what you created.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I think I will go for that one.
Ooh, this last one's a fun one.
Oh yeah, the last one is fun.
It's almost lunchtime for me, so this is the perfect one to end on.
This one's nice and lighthearted. Finally, pick a meal to share with the character you're about to get.
Spaghetti with red sauce and meatballs. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Garlic butter lobster. Burritos and nacho fries. Butter chicken with garlic naan. Fish tacos and sweet potato fries. Ice cream. Mediterranean salad. Or pizza.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally salivating right now. I'm so hungry.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Oh, every time I'm reminded of that, like, now I feel like I need to go make it, because there's something about grilled cheese and tomato soup that's just so good. So that's gonna be me.
Nice.
That sounds good. Me personally, I'm all about pasta. I love pasta. And I've grown up loving pasta any type. I've loved spaghetti, ravioli, penne, pesto. Just, I could go on.
Pesto.
I'm just, pasta, if I could pick one thing out of this, like any meal that's not just dessert or like anything, I'm gonna have to go with spaghetti with red sauce and meatballs. Although, I'll make sure that me and this character will not have a Lady in the Tramp moment. It'll be platonic. It'll be just, we'll just cut a piece. Respectful. I would separate the piece before we even
You
get
have two plates, you know. You don't have to share from the same plate.
True. But it says pick a meal to share with. It's assuming that we're getting one bowl. I'm going with spaghetti.
All right. So this one's deeply personal for me because we actually, like, I love Mexican food, but we do not have a whole lot of Mexican restaurants in my area. And it makes me very sad. I wish I could, like, order just like any type of even just like Americanized Mexican food to my door, but it's impossible. There's nothing here.
Well, Ace, you're in luck because the venue we're going to for LPS Meets UK is really close to a Chipotle.
Oh, I've never had Chipotle. I want to try.
Oh my gosh, we gotta go then. We gotta go try it then.
Oh, let's all go to Chipotle together.
Sounds good to me.
We'll go during our lunch break.
It'll be so inconvenient though because I'm allergic to like half of the ingredients.
Oh no.
No. But it's like I'm allergic to cilantro and also fresh onions and also fresh tomatoes and also I can't have red meat. So
dang it.
Oh well.
That just leaves
I'll
chicken.
find like some chicken cheese bean burrito or something. But because of that, I will go for burritos and nacho fries.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Ooh! Sorry. I think I got something.
Oh?
Okay, how do we want to reveal?
Do you want to read it?
Yes. Okay. I guess I'll go first. I got error. Character not found.
Ooh. This is rare, yeah. This one's really tough to get, too.
Okay.
Can you read it out loud? Is there a description?
Yeah, I'll read it out loud, as long as it's not spoilery.
Nah, it's not spoilery.
All right. Error. Character not found. You might find yourself resonating with redacted. You've been hurt more than you can count. Aw.
Sorry.
But you know what they say. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. When you set your mind to do something, you get it done, no matter what it takes. You're much happier alone than surrounded by fake friends that don't actually care about you unless it benefits them. You're loyal to those you trust and would probably help your friend, partner, or family hide a body. The victim probably deserved it anyway. You might look or dress scary or unconventional, but don't care about fitting in. You're done changing or hiding yourself for others. I would say pretty accurate.
Wow.
All right.
I think I am a bit scared to hide a body. But wow, can't believe I got the secret character.
That's fun. I didn't think any of you would
That's
get the secret
epic.
one. Ooh, I'm real excited now. That's cool.
Wow.
I guess you have someone to look forward to in the book.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Daisy, what did you get?
Daisy.
A Daisy. What did you
Well,
get?
it's funny you mention Eliza. I got Perry.
Oh my god! Wow.
I had a feeling she was like my second. I'm like, if I wasn't gonna be Kara, I was gonna be Perry. So, you may find yourself resonating with Perry. You love experiencing new things and prefer doing it with the people you love. Being surrounded by your chosen family is when you're happiest and when you shine brightest. You love making friends, but you sometimes worry that you might be too much. You may put on a mask around most people, toning yourself down or trying to fit in, but you love nothing more than those people that enjoy your genuine self without that mask. Ace, did you just take a manuscript from my brain just now? This is like this is like what's running through my head coming back to me. Oh my god.
I have a feeling
Okay.
you're gonna like Perry in the book.
Okay. You like to learn new things, always have a story to tell, and love to entertain. Your actions, stories, or talents making people feel something is what puts the biggest smile on your face. You don't like to be alone, and if your friends or family aren't available, you might end up hopelessly online in search of serotonin. Ace, come on!
Oh my gosh.
This is too... You're reading me
Too
like a book
accurate.
that you're gonna... Like the book you're writing right now. Oh my god.
My
You're
bad.
quite used to hiding your interests, quirks, and opinions, but it's important to find a place or people where you can take the mask off. You shouldn't hide your true face behind it so much because your smile is so pretty.
Aww.
Dang, I'm getting emotional now. This is me. This is literally me. I'm not even joking. I know I said I might like Kate, but I might resonate with Perry more in the book. I'm actually kind of happy I got her now.
Aw, I'm glad. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm really excited for you to meet her now.
All right, Ace. Last but not least, who did you get?
All right. As the creator of all these characters, who do you guys think I got?
Well, you said your favorite is Noka, so I feel like maybe you would have gotten Noka.
Maybe Noka, maybe
Or Lenny.
Yeah. So, my main character is got some little pieces of me. Oh, who could have guessed? I'm Lenny, it says. You may find yourself resonating with Lenny. You're passionate about your interests, perhaps even a little obsessed at times. You might find yourself in hyperfocus, working without stopping on the things that make the cogs in your brain spin. You tend to forget to take care of yourself, getting lost in the passion of your craft. You don't quite fit in with others, there's a disconnect between how you think and function, and sometimes you feel isolated for it. You're a big thinker, perhaps even an overthinker at times, but it's what makes you reliable and trustworthy. You don't rush into things without being fully prepared, and you may be slightly out of your element if you were thrust into a situation you weren't ready for. You feel secure in knowing what's going on and what to do, and you love to learn new things and pick up interesting facts, even if they seem useless to some people. You're resourceful and kind, so remember to be kind to yourself in turn. You're only human, and you need to care about your own well-being from time to time.
Aww.
Lenny be crafting, I be writing. we both be getting obsessed in our craft.
Well, hey, you did craft too. You set a whole city on fire.
Without the context
Without the
sounds
context,
great.
that's amazing.
I did do that, yeah.
No. Recall from the first episode.
The Great Fires of, what was it, 2016?
Also, guys, if you scroll down, it'll show your answers, and like, I want to know who your second character was.
Lenny. It was actually no. It's a tie between Lenny and Kara.
Oh wow!
Okay. Yeah, I got Kara. A tie between Kara and Noka as my next one.
Oh, not that far off.
I actually got Lenny, which was also my prediction at the beginning of this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, error not found is really hard to get.
Whoa!
Like, there's several
win.
questions. Yeah, no, like there's several questions where several answers are like there's more answers per one character. But the error not found only ever has one answer in all of the sections. So they're really rare to get.
So if you also took the quiz, leave your responses in the comments section. We'd love to hear what you got on the quiz and how accurate was it?
For this episode's photo prompt, we would like you to share with us your fan art of Experiment 42. It could either be fan art of Experiment 42 that you've done in the past or currently of the LPS version, or you could send us fan art of your interpretations of the book version of the E42 characters. So whether it's the LPS version or the book version, send us your fan art and we'll repost our favorites in the next episode and on our Instagram.
Yes, please do. I
Definitely.
would love to see it.
Yay.
I guess that's it. Shall we close out this episode? Shall we close the chapter of this episode? this book of an episode?
Until the next one.
Daisy, your puns are affecting me.
I am so proud of you, my child.
Aw.
I can't say that. No, you're older than me. Dang it.
You can still be proud of me.
I'm proud of you regardless. And guys, stay tuned for the next episode with another special fellow LPS guest.
Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a long one, and I want to tell all the old and new Experiment 42 fans, thank you so much for all the support throughout so many years and giving me the inspiration to keep writing and to bring this thing back to life. Experiment 42, Outcasts of Orovoron, will be available June 9th, and it'll be available worldwide in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. And I'm really excited for all of you to meet the new characters and enjoy the story. Thank you. And also, happy reading!
Yes!
Happy reading.
Happy reading! Hype ace up in the comments, peeps. Now's your cue. We shall see you on the flip side. We'll be back from
See you in a different dimension.
from another dimension.
Love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Love you guys. Bye.
And scene.